Well, good evening, everyone. Good to see everybody. By way of simple encouragement, this evening I want to tell you about an observation Jamie and I have had most recently. With Theo joining our crew, major blessings, obviously, but one of the interesting things we've noticed is it's a little bit different. So Theo, at 4 years old, is hearing all these Bible stories for the very first time. Which has been very, very interesting, probably a little different than the rest of our Bellaire kid crew, having grown up hearing about, Abraham, Noah, Adam and Eve and whatnot. So I'm going to tell you a story about one night before bed this week, or this past week, I should say. So some of you know this, but we're planning an extended road trip, the four of us. In fact, I'm the only one left in Houston. Jamie, Theo, and Phoenix are already in Florida. I'm going to join them on Saturday, and then we're off, so to speak. So I was talking to Phoenix and Theo about, boys, what do we want to go do? What do we want to see on this road trip? What are some cool things we can do and whatnot? And they had their own opinions, and we're doing some of that. But one of the things I mentioned was there's this thing called the Ark Encounter. And so maybe y'all know about this. I just found out about this not very long ago, but just south of Cincinnati Inn on the Kentucky side, is basically a replica of Noah's Ark. So looks really cool. So I mentioned to the boys, hey, let's go check out Noah's Ark. That'd be something cool to do and whatnot. So then it spurred this conversation with Phoenix and I telling Theo, well, what's Noah's Ark all about? And all that. So we told him, there was a great flood a long time ago because the world was evil, but God saved Noah and his family by having Noah build this giant boat. And so his eyes, get big and a really big boat and everything. And then we said, and guess what? All the animals went with Noah and his family on the big boat. And God saved Noah's family and preserved them. And so his eyes just got huge. Huge. And he was like, yes, I want to go see the ark. That sounds great. So you can see this wonder, this excitement, this almost can it be true type of stuff, which is really cool to see. I will say in Phoenix embracing this new big brother role and always a know-it-all has to say that, Theo, this is not the real Noah's Ark. This is what we call a replica of Noah's Ark. But regardless, the point was, again, Theo he's all in about this big boat that saved Noah and all the animals on the boat. So here's my point. My point is, think about for myself, do I still have that childlike wonder and excitement hearing about all the great things God did for his creation, for his people? Sadly, I'll say probably not. Probably not. I've heard these stories maybe like you all my life, since before I could walk and talk. So what I'm going to do, what I've been doing, trying to do this week and do better of, is think about those things. Think about these stories of old in God's deliverance, his preservation, the mighty deeds of God, as if I'm hearing them, maybe you're hearing them for the very first time. And if we do that, how can we not be encouraged by what God has done? So, if you'll remember, consider this very abbreviated list from the Old Testament. So, Brian, you mentioned this. God created everything out of nothing with his voice. He brought the plagues on Egypt to deliver his people. He parted the Red Sea. He made giant city walls fall at Jericho. He rescued 3 men from a fiery furnace in a foreign land. He brought fire down from Mount Carmel. He closed the mouth of lions. He caused a big fish to swallow a disobeying prophet. He made the sun and the moon stand still, and he made dry bones come alive. And that list goes on and on and on and on. Mighty, mighty works and deeds of God. And of course, us as New Testament believers, as Christians, know that the culmination of all of God's wonderful and mighty deeds was the resurrection of his Son. He raised the Son up so that you and I might live. So, my encouragement to myself, first of all, but maybe to all of us, is let's think about the great things our God has done. Be thankful, have that childlike wonder and amazement that these things are true and that our God cares for us just like he cared for his people of old. That's my plan this rest of this week. Hope it be your plan as well. If we can help you be right with God in any way you might not be tonight, let us know what we can do while we stand and sing.